let's go through these. Maybe all of them, or just a small collection. We'll see what we can do. And hopefully, like I said, you feel nice and relaxed. So, oh yeah, one more thing. All these are not mine. I didn't buy them. We got given a lot of Ghostbuster toys from a family member on my wife's side. And all the toys and the leftover packaging and stuff like that, which they kept, was all part of the hand-me-down, as you would say, I mean. And I actually think it's quite neat to still have these, even though they're in bad shape. But you can still make out the pictures and whatnot. So, yeah, like I said, I think it's pretty neat to still have this kind of thing, and it'd be nice to make a video as I'm doing, and to show all the artwork, and just to remember, have some fond memories of back home in Ireland and growing up with Ghostbusters and having a few of these toys. So yeah, good to go down memory lane. So the first one, as you can see, is Winston. Just look at that artwork. It's quite good. The graphic design on it, it's really lovely. And it's funny as well. A little bit scary, I suppose. But, yeah, really good. Here's the original price, $5.58. So let's turn it over. So you can see in a little diagram here, the pictures, what it actually could do. As a kid growing up, I actually had this toy. I don't remember having the little ghost, but everything else, the figure and the gun, minus the ghost. And over here is the collection of the rest of the characters in this kind of version. The Super Fright feature figures. And you have like the monster figures, which I never had. I had a mixture as a kid of a bit of this, that, this one. Never had any of the monsters. Or the individual monsters, ghosts. Like the toilet. The only ghost I ever had was the ones that came with the figures. Minus that one. So look what we have here. Janine. Never had this one. It's kind of funny, but I've or it's the real Ghostbusters again. Don't make cartoons like that anymore, I don't think. And once again, I never had this one as a kid. Okay, so moving along, and I think this is Peter. Yeah, Peter Venkman. And it looks like he's playing with Slimer, or I don't know, some sort of ghost. Looks a bit like Slimer. So you rotate his arms 10 full turns forward to wind up the figure, and you insert the ghost in the front, and then push the lever on the back of the hero figure to left, and activate the activate the side and spinning arms. Some of the toys were a little bit silly, I suppose. Yeah, this collection, I never really did like. I only had this one as a kid. Ray. I never liked that collection. But I mean, still nice to look at. Do you remember that time period when they came out? Winston Zeddmore, the splitting ghost. 578. I suppose that was quite, expensive way back in the late 80s. It's probably like $20, I would imagine. No, just for an action figure. Which, I mean, there is a lot of action figures that price, but I don't know. But then again, they were made, good quality. It's quite interesting. Why would you need that to cut a ghost? Yeah, some of the things don't make any sense, do they? I get it if it's like a monster or something like that, but a ghost. But I guess it's only a toy, so. Collect all the real Ghostbusters toys. If you have the money, of course. I think the only thing we all got when I was a kid, the only thing I got of everything was the Turtles. When they came out, I got all the action figures of them. And I believe a few years later, my younger brothers got all of the Power Rangers. I guess it helps if you get the collection. It makes it feel a lot better. makes you feel a little spoiled at the same time, but because not everybody, gets that opportunity to have all of them. So anyway, let's move along here. We have more Peter Venkman from the original real Ghostbusters cartoon. He's in this actual thing that I'm sure if anybody remembers watching the cartoon, that's what they wore. The car looks a little bit funny. That's another thing. The cars were not white, they were like cream, like ivory color. So that's kind of wrong. Unless it was two versions. Got more ready on that. So here we have Tully. I love this character in the movie, cartoon. I don't really remember him too much. I really can't remember. Plus, it didn't interest me as well. But everybody does remember in Ghostbusters 2, he became a real Ghostbuster. It's one of my favorite moments in Ghostbusters 2. It was funny. I remember laughing my head off as a kid. When he put on all the gear and he started to try to see if the other Ghostbusters locked in the museum to break down what he called the slime around it. And he thought he did it all by himself. And therefore, he thought he became a real Ghostbuster. In some ways, I guess he did. Yeah. A power pincher. Yeah, a lot of these things don't make any sense. Looks like we have more ready. Very good. Looks like they did their homework on it. 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1. I have no idea. $7.99 this one. Get more expensive. Yep, the Super Fright features Egon. I had this one as a kid. Little thing in the back you push down and this opens up. I think his tongue sticks out and his hair sticks up. I used to pretend he was like an astronaut. Kinda looks like an astronaut. Now I had this one as a kid. This one was my favorite one. Ray and the Jaw Ghost. salad. And I think his arm or his leg came off. I still played with the toy. I still loved it. I think he squeezes legs, activates the arm moving up, and the ear sticking out. Now we're moving on to a different collection. This time it is the Monsters, which I remember as a kid, I wanted to have one or two of these, and I never did get one. And here you have all the different ones. Dracula, Frankenstein, what's that Quizadu? Am I saying that right? Probably not. The zombie monster, the wolfman, the mummy monster. Of course, this is the zombie monster. Similar to Ray action figure. The previous one. He squeezes legs, the head, the hair was up. Yeah. It would have been good if he kept all these in the packets, but then again, it wouldn't be as fun, I suppose, would it? As a kid, you want to just open them up and play, right? That's what I did. But at the same time, it's good he kept these. I don't know if he was thinking they were going to be worth money or something. They're not worth nothing right now. So we have the mummy. Look at his tiny head. The head moves, mask, an arm fall off. With the small head, it reminds me of the Beetlejuice character, the person with a small head, but also reminds me of the character, one of the characters of the Super Mario Brothers, Umbas or something. I can't remember the name. Yeah. That's another classic movie, Super Mario Brothers movie, way back in 1993. It's in many ways so bad, but really good. You know, I watched it as a kid, 10-year-old, no, 9. Yeah, year old kid. I thought it was amazing. That's even when I never played a Mario Brothers, but I love the movie. Looks like they tried to fix up this back, some tape. As I make this video, I'm making it in a different room than normal. I'm actually upstairs in my house, and I do have the air on, but it's really hot and we're having a heat wave. And I am sweating like crazy. But it's okay. I'm still enjoying making the video. But my hands, when I touch this, it motorcycle just went by. That's another thing. I get extra different noises, different sounds from outside if I record videos in other rooms in the house other than the basement. So I do apologize. But anyway, we have Frankenstein monster. So it's something similar again, just squeeze the legs, the arms move, and the mouth opens up. Here we have the Wolfman. Yeah, head rears back, jaw closes, arms spread open. Yeah, they all do the same thing, squeeze the legs. That's its thing, I guess, with that collection. Now we have the individual, like ghosts, monsters, and whatnot, the fearsome flesh. When I look at this, it always reminds me of that movie with Rick Moranis, The Talking Plant. What do you call that? Oh, for love of me, it just escaped me right now. Yeah, the plant says, "Feed me, Seymour," or something like that. I have not watched that in probably like 30 years. What is the name of that? You know, I'm really good with movies and names and faces, but every time I do a video, when something comes to me, I cannot remember a darn thing. But I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, so anyway, yeah, the toilet. Not really a good toy to give to my son when he's learning, to use the potty. Thankfully, it didn't put him off. Okay, coming close to the end here. We have a full speed ahead ghost figure. Speeds along, shooting spooky sparks. Wow, sounds a little bit weird. Shooting spooky sparks. You can use your imagination right there. $6.97 at Kmart, which no longer exists, which is a little bit sad. I had that as a kid, the helicopter, and that was part of the collection. he's like a superhero, and he rode a bike with like one wheel, if it makes any sense. And so I took that off and put on one of my other toys, figure. And I used to pretend it was that. Once again, I cannot remember what character that is. But yeah, that's what I did. I used to take apart different toys and turn them into something else. Not quite like Sid from like Toy Story. Not like that, but just trying to be creative and do a little bit different. And the last one is a mini shooter. Boo Sugar with bullets. Okay, that's a little bit weird. That's something else that I never got. The slime as a kid. My friends got it one time. I remember for Christmas. And it was an absolute mess. That's the reason why my mom never got it for me.